Good morning, traders. Welcome to another live stream. Today is Friday, April 26th, and we have 5 companies that we are going to be going over. Now, it does say 4 in the title, but I'm going to give you one bonus company because in the minutes going up to this video, I saw more potential and we are going to talk about it. So give me just a second to spread my links around, get familiar with some of the companies in my swing trades watch list, and let us begin. That is kind of my new slogan here. Let us. So yeah, give me just a second to spread some links around. That way, all of our viewers and subscribers can get in before we start talking, and also spread this link to a group of over 70,000 members on my private Facebook group just for investing for you guys. Also have a Discord link in the description below if you guys want to check that out. And that gives you not really signals, but trading ideas of exactly what I'll be trading and looking at this week, today, and also next week. Now, it is Friday, so of course this week is coming to an end, but that is okay because these trades are going to be going up for the next week or two, which is just fantastic. So excited to be able to buy these dips and these opportunities that we have here in the market. So first off, we're going to talk about Mara. Now, Mara is a company that we called out last week. I made a video on it, so definitely check that one out. But it was bottoming out here, consolidating at this $14.50 mark, and it finally broke free from that, which is just fantastic. Then I said, well, if there's confirmation here at that $16 level, it passes that EMA line, then we are in the money and also ready to buy more. So it did go up over 20% since I last called it out. Well, actually 20% from where I told us to buy it. It's actually up over 35%, 36% in 5 days. And it's still at about 35% after 8 days. It had this small dip, bounced off this EMA line, and is continuing to rise. Now, that 35%, to put it in a perspective for you, on even just a small $1,000 investment, would be $350 in less than 5 days. So I hope you guys took advantage of that when I called it out last week. I believe it was Saturday or Monday when I called this company out. Now, Mara Digital Holdings went up because it has a potential and a projection to double its hash rate for Bitcoin from 25 to 50 by the end of the year. They also have a lot of management companies and asset companies that are buying into this company right now as we speak. So with that said, as you can see, it's had a nice downtrend underneath that EMA and SMA line. This was causing some resistance here. Resistance wasn't very noticeable after that. Now, it did show signs of rejection. This is consolidation right here, and then now it's showing signs of confirmation. Now that it's above this blue line, which is the EMA line, that basically is a good indication that it is a support level now, okay? It went from being a heavy resistance level underneath the line to a strong support level above the line. As you can see here, it tried to go back down below it. It didn't. It got rejected very nicely and continuing to rise. So now it's kind of staying within the EMA and the SMA lines. Well, that can still be an opportunity to buy, guys, because look at this. This company still has plenty of room to grow. Over 60% on $1,000 investment would be $600. Now, some people trade with less, some people trade with more. I myself have a much larger account size, but it's more relatable to my viewers to use a $1,000 example. I wouldn't recommend even investing with less than that if possible, or build your way up to that $1,000 mark. Anyways, this is a company we called out, so we are going to be watching Mara very heavily in these weeks to come. Already locking in 35% profit myself, When this little pullback happened, I was like, well, who knows? It could go back down. I don't want to wait a long time for it to go back up. So I'm just going to lock in profits right here at the top. And as it went down, I don't have to worry about it or be concerned with that small dip. It was only about a 10%, 12% rejection, and it has since then recovered. So we're definitely going to be watching this company today and tomorrow. Now, if you guys haven't locked in profits, I would lock in some profits right now. Okay, if you guys did buy at this consolidation period, it's now up 35%. That's $350 on a $1,000 investment. I would then lock in some profits. Heck, take that $350 out that you can use for another trade and then keep the original $1,000 in, or take half off the table. Maybe you pull out $850 and you let $500 ride, right? Because there's no guarantee that this company is going to continue to go up. Now, with the trend cycle, it definitely is going up, but as you can see here, when it hit this SMA line twice, it got rejected. So I'm thinking it may get rejected for a little while longer on this SMA line. All right, moving on to Microsoft. Where did it just go? It just bounced on me right here. Okay, now Microsoft had some great potential, and if you guys did not catch this bounce, you've seen this bounce here. It went up almost 4%, guys, in 5 days. Well, that is nothing compared to what it did last night. So yesterday, it went from a bottom right here. This was our bottom. Whoop. This was our bottom here, a new bottom, and it went all the way down to even 388. Now, if you were able to catch this even for a moment, it went up as high as 5% in a single day. But if you were able to catch that bottom to the top, that was 10% in a single day on Microsoft. So to put that into perspective, that is $100 in one day with $1,000 investment. Now, with that said, this shows a great opportunity for it to somewhat correct itself and potentially hit this bottom again and then bounce back up. Now, it doesn't have to, but if it does, that'd be a 6.5% profit. So we're going to watch this go down slightly. Microsoft is a really strong company. It has potential to go up to that 436 level again. And if it does, then that's just an opportunity to buy. About a 10% profit from these lows here. So if you are still holding when you bought down here and you're worried about this rejecting, well, you're okay. I would suggest either locking in some profits or averaging down slightly. Now, still from this level, there's a potential to make over 5% profit on Microsoft, or ticker symbol MSFT. So definitely keep that in mind when looking at Microsoft. Now, Amazon, guys, is that company that we've been watching for quite some time. As you can see, it got into our buy range area, which is just fantastic. It means that our trade setups from a week ago are playing out now. And with that said, it has shown strong signs of rejection at about almost 9%. It did pull up slightly on the 19th, about 5%, and then did a strong rejection previously on Wednesday and Thursday at 6%. So from there, it got into our buy range area, and we bought some shares at that 169 level. Now, because we bought shares at 169, I was able to lock in profits in a single day, over 6% profit. So if we keep that $1,000 example, that'd be $60. Okay, so you need a little bit more. You need about $1,800 in an investment to make that $100 in a single day. Well, we were able to, and this trade played out. We bought low and we sold high. We bought at the support level, we sold at the resistance level, and that gave us opportunity to increase our position size, our account size. Now it's showing some signs of rejection off of this SMA and EMA line, which is perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If it does come back down a little bit, then we will just do the exact same thing, rinse and repeat, and get another 6 to 7% profit when it comes down. Now there is an opportunity for it to go up even more. Obviously, it can go up to those 189 levels to capture another 7% profit. So if you're holding down here when you bought it, there's still potential to make a 12% profit if you're technically holding. Okay, so do keep that in mind. Now, there is a couple more that we want to go over. I do want to go over Tesla. Tesla, look at this, guys. Now, it blew through our support levels. See how it was bouncing off of this support about 161? Well, it still had plenty of room for rejection. Now that it's rejected, it went all the way down to 138. 140 seems to be the level where it holds the most. Now, we were able to buy in on a few shares of Tesla at that 140 level. That was on the 22nd. So we've been holding this company for exactly 1 week. We bought it on Monday. We sold it, or I'm sorry, 2 days. We sold it on Wednesday, because I did see it starting to consolidate and I wanted to get out right away. That was 16% profit in a single day, guys. To keep that into perspective, that is $160 profit on a $1,000 investment in only an overnight swing trade. So this was in 1 day. Now, I do like to lock in profits, so I did sell here. It has done nothing but consolidate the last couple of days, Thursday and Friday. Wednesday and Thursday, it did basically consolidate and went down about 3%. Not bad, giving an opportunity for more investors to get in to make another 10% profit. Now, I didn't get in on this position for that 10% profit, but I'm sure some of you did. Now it's showing signs of rejection, which could be a good indication to buy some more later. As you can see here, we are getting into these areas of resistance. There are these 3 lines of resistance, but that is only going to showcase the true power of Tesla, because it was up at that 184 level. It was even higher at the 205 level, and even higher than that, it was at $265. So if you are one of those investors that is holding long term, you have a potential to make 88% profit. And if you put $1,000 into this company, you would make $880 in profit on $1,000, walking away with a little over $1,800 by simply holding Tesla. Now, there is nothing saying that this SMA isn't going to reject it a little bit, because again, anything under this line is a strong resistance and anything above it is a strong support. Now, it did break this support previously, and that's okay. Of course, news and different things that Elon Musk says in his social media applications and Twitter, stuff like that, do affect this price very much. So actually, if you were buying in at 140 and you have still holding it, you'd still be up 20%. If you sold at the peak, you would be up 23% on your investment. So definitely a great company to have got in on at that $140 level. Now, not so sure, right? It could still come down a little bit, could come back down to these previous areas of support, which would be okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Because that just gives us an opportunity to buy even more. So as you can see here, strong support levels at the 159 level. If it comes back a little bit, it would only be bouncing off that EMA line, which would be okay for us. Now, another company that we wanted to look at was Meta. Meta did the exact opposite of what Microsoft did. Okay, Microsoft had a great earnings report, and it went up like it should, right? And then went down and then went back up. Strong areas of rejection and consolidation, right? This is how Microsoft worked. Down 4%, and then it went back up 8%, and now it's coming back down. Well, Meta, or aka Facebook, did the exact opposite. They had strong earnings report and blew their potential. Okay, look at this. On the 24th, which was Wednesday, in a single day, it went down 21%. 21%, guys. That is just insane. So that means this company lost 20% of its total market value. Now it is trying to recover. It blew past this support level, which is right around here now at this 420. Okay, it can come back down to 420, and if it does, then there is potential for it to go back up to those previous resistance levels of about 505, 509, and make about a 20% profit. Now, good thing I wasn't holding Meta. I don't like to hold companies overnight. except for that one overnight. Sometimes I'll hold overnight like a day or two, but definitely don't want to hold overnight with this company. As you can see, losing 20% of the market value. All that shows us is that it's very weak in its sentiment, and showing us that, hey, it has a slight correction. That's okay. It's going to happen with some of these larger companies. But now it has potential to make 26% profit on even $1,000 investment. That'd be 260 bucks. Doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight, but definitely showing a buy opportunity once this starts going up. Right now it's showing a nice sell-off. So until this starts showing signs of confirmation, first consolidation and then confirmation, we will not be playing into this company. And not just because I don't like to lose money. No one likes to lose money, right? So this is a strong support area right here, right? It bounced off of this, and now it's trying to bounce off of this. Looks like it's going down slightly. So maybe it's not even a good support. The support level might be down here in this area. So we are going to wait and see exactly what it does in the next coming days and over the weekend. Now, I do believe that was 4. The last one we wanted to talk about was Apple. I was going to talk about, or I did talk about Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, Mara. Mara was our bonus, so I still have one more to talk about here. But look at Apple. Apple has been doing some work lately, okay? As you can see here, I have been watching Apple for quite some time. It had some support levels here, and now it looks like it's going to be going back to these normal support levels, possibly. It did have a resistance level in these areas right here, ish, and then support resistance levels here. Now it's showing strong signs of resistance levels at that 178 level, 178.60, 178.40. But look at overall, it's still showing signs of rejection. Now anything under that SMA line and EMA line is selling off. This acts as a very strong resistance level. Now it did pass it. It did pass that EMA level and go up slightly, but when it hit this resistance level at 178, it went right back down. Now it's finding it. Now it did find its bottom at about 164, and ever since it has been going up since then. So what does that mean? Well, at this 164 level, which was let's just go off of 419, which was last Friday, to now it's about 4% profit. Not a whole lot of profit in Apple right now, but if you do hold long term, you can see that there is potential for it to go up even higher to its previous highs of 197 and making about a 20% profit. Now it's going to be a long road for Apple to do this, okay? And it's going to take some time. It has to blow past or get past this SMA level before it can. Now it looks like it's getting rejected right here. So that's okay. If it gets rejected, we're going to buy some more. Possibly bounce off this EMA level about 168, 169, and potentially go up to that 178 level. Still potential here to make some good money. 4% profit there. Anything over, say, 10% is something that I really, really want to look into. So if it can get up to this level at 8%, that's about $80 on a $1,000 investment. Apple is one of those companies that is more of a long-term play, and they recently announced that they are going to be paying their first dividend. Yes, that is correct. They're going to be paying a dividend for Apple right here. First ever dividend 58 minutes ago. So this is why some of these companies are starting to buy into Alphabet, or aka Google. Now they are going to be paying a 20 cents per share dividend to shareholders on June 10th. Now, in addition to Google's stock dividend, the company also announced that it would spend $70 billion on share buybacks. Now, this is going to be a 80 cents per share annual dividend, which is going to be giving a rather small dividend yield of only 0.5%. Okay, so for all you long-term holders out there, 0.5% isn't much, guys. 1% on $1,000 is $10, and you have to wait the entire year to get $10. So I'd rather play off of the buy low and sell high, or buy in the support level areas and sell in the resistance level areas. And if I so happen to catch a dividend while doing so, great. But this isn't one of those companies that I would hold long term necessarily. I mean, now is a great opportunity to buy because it is in these areas of support and resistance range, and there's plenty of room to grow. You know, obviously, if you held this company long term, you can potentially make 20% and get that 10 or one, actually it's a half a percent point. So you can make 20% off of appreciation and a half of 1% point on the dividend itself. Okay. So that is 4 companies right there. Fifth one I wanted to talk about was Intel. Intel is one of those companies that is completely selling off. I mean, they are just selling off really, really bad. Their highs was 51. I mean, I haven't even been watching this company because of the simple fact that it has been going down so much. I feel like this is not a strong company right now to buy. I think Microsoft and Google are definitely taking the lead here, but everything, you know, most companies that go down will eventually have to come back up. Now, there was strong rejection here. Strong rejection here. I mean, this company has lost over 30% of its market value. 30%, guys, okay? Imagine waking up and losing 30% of all your money. That's very scary. Now, it didn't happen overnight, which means the recovery process is going to take some time as well. In one day, it lost an additional 8%. And if you held overnight, just 2 days, or just holding one day overnight, you would have lost an additional 11%. So where is the bottom at? Well, if it would have closed on this 30 mark, right, then it would have still continued to go down. Well, it didn't. It bounced right back up to $31, thinking that this is going to be an area of consolidation. So we are going to be watching this company over the next few days in this consolidation area, support level here. And if it starts to consolidate and go sideways, right? If it starts to go sideways, then we may consider buying a few shares. And then hopefully, not hopefully, once it starts showing confirmation, even once it starts getting even 5 or 10% back, then we can potentially buy. Okay, and then from that area of confirmation showing that it's going up, we can then lock in an additional 30% profit when it gets back up to those first resistance level. Now, if we can get up to this other resistance level at $51, that's a 46 cents profit on your investment. If you buy down here in the consolidation area, that would be a 63% profit. So now on $1,000, you'd make $630. Now, this one is not going to be a play overnight, but we are going to wait and see exactly what it does. Does it consolidate over the next few days, over the weekend? Does it start showing signs of confirmation in an upward direction? Or is it just going to continue to sell off, obviously showing that it is still selling off here? Now, the RSI and the MACD are great indicators to use as well, showing overbought levels and oversold levels. But as you can see here, as it's selling off, this is not necessarily going lower. It's just staying in this very low 21, 20 area, 19 level area. Okay, it can go way lower. It definitely can. So we are going to wait and see exactly what happens with Intel moving forward. That, guys, is my spiel. Those are the stocks that I'm going to be watching today and over the next couple of weeks. But if you haven't locked in profit yet on some of these companies that we mentioned, definitely do so now. I don't like holding companies over the weekend because that gives you 2 days of basically uncertainty. It can drop just as much and you could lose all your profits and or go negative and start losing money with no control over those position sizes. You can't just go in on a Saturday or Sunday and trade these companies and say, oh, well, I'm losing money, let's get out, or let's lock in profit now. No, Friday is the last day to lock in profit or cut those losses, guys. You don't want bigger losses when Monday morning comes in. Sell your positions, get out, hold your money over the weekend, cash, and then on Monday you start fresh with a clean slate, Not negative, not positive, just the money that you're locking in today on Friday. That is one of my strategies I've been using to grow my account, and it has been working. Guys, I went from a $300 account over a couple years ago and have been able to grow it to over $30,000, and now I am able to consistently pay myself out every week. It's a great feeling. This is a long time coming, and I'm excited to share my journey with you and companies that I am watching. If you found this video informational and you found value in it, definitely smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and we will see you all Monday morning for another live stream session. Super excited and looking forward to you all attending. You could ask me questions and watch me get in and out of positions while learning how to do the same thing for yourself. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.